I enjoy yoga and I enjoy Tai Chi. There are many similarities. In yoga, you're moving the prana, this life force energy. In Tai Chi, in Qigong, you're moving the Qi. They're both rather meditative practices where movement is critical. The two practices do require very similar skill sets in focus, in stability, in mobility. They're both so useful in drawing your attention inward. Both practices focus on breath, but in different ways. In this practice, I want to infuse a little Tai Chi in the yoga practice. One of the best descriptors of the difference between yoga and Tai Chi came from a practitioner who compared the elements, saying, think of yoga as wood, strength, solid. Now think of water and its fluidity. That would be Tai Chi. In this practice, we'll infuse a little Tai Chi in the yoga practice. I've included some links to inspire you. We'll start standing. Step wide. In your wide stance, find a little freedom in the pelvis. You can just bend one knee and bend the other knee. And if you'd like to use your arms to create movements, then by all means, or just have the movements be so free as you bring your awareness to your body. This is a very typical way in Qigong practices to start the practice with just very free movement, which is a lot different than in yoga. We tend to start in Tadasana. So let's come to Tadasana. Step your feet hip distance apart. Pause, just close your eyes and bring your attention inward. Both practices use breath to move that life force energy. And in both practices, a preferred way to calibrate the breath is breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the nose. Breathe in through the nose, reach your arms up. Breathe out through the nose and place your hands in front of your heart and just draw down. Again, breathe in, expand and reach up. Breathe out, the hands are pressing in toward the midline so that you get this nice engagement of the arms. Step your feet wide apart and continue the movement. Draw down. Maybe you can go a little bit deeper toward a squat pose. Reach up and press your hands to draw down. Breathe in, breathe out. And again, breathe in and breathe out. And come to standing with your feet hip distance apart. That midline that we created with the hands in the prayer position, imagine that midline as a way to engage the legs. You're hugging into that midline. Now step your feet wide apart. Turn your right toes out and still hug in to that imaginary midline. Let's come to Virabhdrasana 2, warrior pose number 2. From Virabhdrasana number 2, let's combine the quality of strength that the warrior pose gives you to one of more fluidity. Straighten your legs, reach your arms up. Exhale, bend your knee, draw your hands down as if almost touching the mat. Inhale, come back to straight legs. Exhale, just like a waterfall, you're just reaching down. And inhale, rise up. Exhale, bend your knee, bow in. Inhale, rise up. Release your arms down to your side. Come back to a wide stance. Turn your left toes out. Bend your left knee. Lift your arms up. Create that strong Virabhdrasana 2, that strong warrior 2 stance. Back leg stays very strong. The breath is very full and bright. Now let's come to the fluidity of movement. So straighten the front leg. Lift your arms up. Exhale, reach down and back. Inhale, rise up. Straighten your leg, reach your arms up. Exhale, draw down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, draw down and back. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, draw down and back. Inhale, lift up. Parallel your feet from this wide stance. Bend your right knee. Reach your arms to the right. Reach your arms to the left as you bend your left knee. Come back through the center, reach to the right, back through center to the left. One more, reach to the right, to the left, come back through center, and rise up. Come to a standing position with your feet hip distance apart. From Tadasana, the home base and standing poses in yoga. Lift your right heel. Now lift your right toes. So you're balancing on your left leg. You're hugging the midline with the right leg hugging in toward the midline of your stance to keep your balance. Maybe you could lift a little bit higher just to work your hip mobility. Reach your right leg back. Park your back foot. Lift up to Virabhdrasana number 2. With your gaze steady, with your back leg strong. Slowly straighten the front leg. Turn your heart toward your left leg. Exhale, draw down, reach back. Inhale, rise up, straighten the front leg. Exhale, bend your front knee, reach back. Inhale, straighten the front. Exhale, reach back. Inhale, rise up. Release your hands down. Step your back foot forward. Come to Tadasana again. Get a nice elongated spine. Lift up your left foot. So that's the first stage in balance, where you allow the right leg to be weight bearing. Take your left toes away from the mat, lift up the leg. See if you can lift it up just a little bit higher. Now keeping that engagement on the right leg, step back. Come to Virabhdrasana number 2. Get this nice fullness in your pose, that wood quality, the strength, the stability, the alignment. From here, reach your arms up, turn your left hip so that the hip points are facing the top of the mat. Exhale, Reach your hands back. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bend your knee. Reach back. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, draw down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, draw down. Inhale, lift up. Release your hands. Let's meet in all fours position. In all fours position, step your right foot right between your hands. Let the pelvis just settle in. Just allow the static pose here. Can you come back to your breath? Just allow gravity to help you go a little bit deeper into the pose. Just settle in. Just pausing. No movement here. Just allowing yourself to just become a little bit more aware of the hip area. Come back to all fours position. Step your left foot right between your hands and just settle in. When we combine both the fluidity of the Qigong and Tai Chi actions with the strength and stability of yoga, it allows you to strengthen both practices. As you hold this low lunge, just kind of notice how your body starts responding after being here for a few breaths. With a nice even flow of your breath. Now come to lie on your back. Another thing that we don't do in Tai Chi, but it's such a wonderful way to create an understanding of the practice that you just did. Just give yourself this time to pause. Breathe in deep. And out long. You breathe in deep. And out long. Allow a nice, easeful flow of the breath. Let that water element just be obvious in the flow of the breath. Take that wood element out of your limbs. Just let the limbs, the legs and the arms feel like they can completely surrender toward the earth. Qigong, Tai Chi, and Yoga are all practices that are restorative, energetic practice. Take this time to just feel the differences that you feel in your physical body and in your mind. You feel a sense of ease. Thank you for joining me in this yoga infused with Qigong and Tai Chi practice. Enjoy your Savasana. Namaste.